Alright, we recording? I gotta scratch my butt itches. Oh, yeah. Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to Coffee with Dan. Today I'm gonna be reacting to something that a lot of people have heard about, I'm sure. This video, we're gonna be reacting to finding Bigfoot. Finding Bigfoot, it's one of those things where you kind of want it to be something that's true, like you want it to exist, but there's no real evidence. Besides like these sketchy videos and sketchy photos, and so today we are going to be reacting to an episode where they go down to Georgia, northern Georgia, and boy, this one's a doozy. Strap in.
Now the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, led by Matt Moneymaker, journey to Georgia to investigate the latest piece of evidence, a never-before-broadcast police video that some believe is photographic proof of the Sasquatch.
What the crap? Did you see that?
What? They're looking at this as evidence? What they need is like actual footage or something where it's like, oh, clearly this is some species that we have never seen before. That video kind of just looked like literally anything. Literally anything. I mean, I just saw like at the very end maybe like a leg go like this, and they're making a big deal about this? Come on! There it is!
I've been tracking Sasquatches for 25 years.
I love the names of these guys. This guy's Matt Moneymaker. That is the best name ever. He should be a rapper. I'm Matt Moneymaker. Matt Moneymaker is like the most baller name you could ever come up with. He's the BFRO founder. So pretty much everything he says in this episode is Bible. It's like put it in the Bible because it has to be true because he's the founder.
These animals, in fact, are real.
Cliff. He's the evidence analysis guy, and he does very heavily believe in Bigfoot, which just makes me think of like researchers biased. Like if everything he sees, like from everything I've seen, everything he sees, he's just like, it's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot.
Seen them. They're here.
Expert caller. Dude is literally 6'6". He's their field caller. He's huge. Also, is that his real name? Bobo? Because if it is, that's pretty BA. I love that name. The Bobo Link. Just like a bird right here. I love their names, you know. Bobo, Matt Matt, the founder, the research guy, Cliff or something, I don't know.
I'm having a really difficult time finding an explanation for this.
Renee. This is Renee. Okay, and she actually is probably the only one in this group that has any like sense of logic. She's a field biologist, so she's kind of the one that rings everybody in and is like, that could have been a coyote, that could have been an owl calling back. That could have just been literally just you looking for something in the woods and expecting something to call back. She kind of is like, oh, maybe it exists, which I think is something like a good scientist is always like, oh, it could exist, but I'm not gonna say it does because we don't have any real evidence. None at all. None whatsoever. We have no evidence. It's a fantastic amount of no evidence that we have.
Petroglyphs produced by the earliest Native Americans that lived in the area depicts them interacting with a Bigfoot.
What? Either my guy needs a camera to highlight this and just like actually show me that kind of just looks like a rock. I mean, like over here in like the corner, yeah, that looks like some Native American carved into it. What they're circling though kind of just looks like an indent in the rock that already existed. Boy, that's hard to, I can't tell what that look. Is this it? How does that look like a Sasquatch to anybody? Kind of looks like nonsense. If anything, maybe like this is a cup handle right here. Oh, okay, maybe so this is the head, maybe that's the eye and the mouth. And this is like the Bigfoot head. Kind of looks like a sloth though, right? I mean, like one of those three-toed sloths. They're so cute! Love sloth! But maybe I'm stretching it. Maybe I'm just trying to see something like these guys are in this photo. Oh!
The speed of the creature while it moves across the road seems very quick, but we won't know for sure until we get somebody in the same position to see if we can recreate it ourselves. I think there's a very good chance that what we're seeing in that video is a real Sasquatch.
Real Sasquatch.
It's my opinion that this is a hoax.
It's my opinion that it's, you know, someone in the suit, because that would actually be the most logical thing. You know, I kind of want to believe that, like, a group of people that are, like, have nothing to do with the BFRO, just love to fool with them and just, like, tingle the tangles, and just follow them around everywhere. Follow them around, they just follow them around, and they just kind of fool with them. They go in the woods, when they go, ah! They just whoop back, or maybe they just throw rocks at them. That would be hysterical. I feel like someone needs to do this. Just follow these guys around and just kind of be like, every time they call back, they go, whoop! Squatch! Bigfoot's here!
We're going to meet Mary Scott. She was the passenger in the state trooper vehicle when the footage was obtained.
The passenger in the state trooper vehicle? Does that mean that she just got arrested? That would track with, you know, the rest of this. Seems to me like she might be a criminal. Or a politician. So a criminal. She looks like a businesswoman, right? She looks very professional, very business. So she couldn't have been like a criminal, right? I mean, I guess, you know, criminals do dress up sometimes, you know. If you go and rob a place and you just throw that tie on and you go, ha, give me the cash. Right now. Oh, give me that cash. You like my hair? Looking good? Looking fresh as hell? Give me the cash, though. I appreciate that. For that, I won't shoot you right off the bat. Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
We're going to take her back to where that was and ask her to tell us everything that happened from her perspective. So the incident happened right near here.
It did. Actually, we were traveling this way, and it happened right before that guardrail.
I think we should take a look, walk down there.
Okay. Okay.
This is it.
This is it. It appeared to cross right here with no notice whatsoever. This very tall, very furry, very fast creature comes from that side of the road.
What the crap?
Kind of looks like your mom.
I was shocked when I saw it because it was so big.
That's what she said.
We would be crazy if we didn't try to recreate it and see if it could be a prank.
The way we're going to do this reconstruction is we're going to get a car of the same size, and then we're going to drive at the same speed and have Bobo run across the road. We're hoping to shed some light on the size of the creature, the speed it was traveling, and also where it was coming from and going to. Okay, I just finished setting up the camera and the recorder inside the car. I'm going to be signaling Bobo when to run across the road. Hopefully what we can do here is get a simulation of the dash cam video itself. See what we can learn from it, basically.
And we'll make sure to coordinate so no one gets run over. Great, let's go, guys.
All right, guys, so you're on the road. Ready to be the Bigfoot.
Bobo's always ready to be a Bigfoot.
Been training my whole life for this role.
Please let us know when you're in position.
Now.
I've run in front of cars at night before, but I was always naked.
That would be terrifying. You'd be blinded. He's pretty white, and you hit that with your high beams, it's gonna be like right in your face.
And now.
There you go.
Either it's so dark or it's just such bad footage from the other one. I can clearly see Bobo, but I can definitely not see the Squatch. Except for at the very end when there's like a tinge of light and it kind of just, it could be anything.
The figure's stride was effortless, while Bobo lurched with each step. Second, when you pause the video, you can see that the figure's legs are basically the same length as Bobo's. Sasquatches have different body proportions compared to humans. Their legs are shorter comparatively than humans, and their arms are longer. So if the legs were the same length, that would make the figure at least 6 inches taller than Bobo and closer to 7 feet tall.
That is a ton of assumptions you're making. You can barely see the legs and you're automatically assuming it's a Squatch. So then you're saying, based on the knowledge that you think you have, you take the legs and then you add the height of the, oh, it's 7 foot tall. You can't do that. You can't just make stuff up. Well, since it's a Squatch, we're just gonna go ahead and assume its body height is actually 7 foot instead of like 5 foot tall. Can't do that. That's not good science. You're like, yeah, dude, I would love to see a Squatch in real life. But the chances of me actually seeing one, dude, I think that was a real Squatch.
That was a real Squatch.
We're using thermal imagers and night vision devices.
I really want a thermal imager. I was looking at them because I was going to do some wildlife stuff myself. They start at like a couple $1,000s for a good thermal imager. And I was like, I do not have the money for that. So I did not buy it. But man, do I want one. That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
We realized we had to get up on elevation so our sounds would carry a good long way. And we got to a point where the sound would carry out almost, 360 degrees.
The theory is that broadcasting these calls will draw in any Sasquatches from the area.
Okay, I'm gonna do one. Long howl.
Roger.
If you've seen my other Seek and Squatch videos, which are kind of just comedic takes on this one, you definitely know how good of a Squatch call I got. So finding Bigfoot people, throw me a DM, you know, on my Instagram at Daniel_Wilson10. That was not just a subtle plug. I got some mad calling skills. Check out my other 2 videos, Seeking Squatch. Boom.
That sounds like a real Bigfoot.
I practice. In the shower. My neighbors hate it.
He practices in the shower, and his neighbors hate it. Can you imagine what that would be like to be his neighbor? He's just like, and your neighbor's just like, whoa. The neighbor's just like, and he's like, they called back. Yeah, okay.
Some people sing in their cars. I do Bigfoot screams.
You imagine being at a stoplight and just being like, pull up the stoplight, you're bumping to like music, and all of a sudden there's a guy just staring you dead in the eyes, and he just goes, I mean, that's gotta be like the most lit car right there.
Just so you know, one of my claims to fame in the Bigfoot world is I was the one who discovered that Bigfoots do wood knocks and figured out that if you make sounds that they'll respond. No other Bigfoot researchers had ever figured that out or knew that before because they didn't really go in the field very often.
Wait a minute. I thought it was just part of the mythology, the whole knocking on wood and calls and stuff. But this guy just made it up. Researcher bias. You heard something crunch in the woods. You guys are walking through the woods. Okay, so I kind of grew up in northwestern PA, right? People go hunting. This is what they do in northwestern PA. Boom, you're going through the woods like 6 a.m. I don't know. I don't really hunt because I'm not about waking up that early and going out into the worst weather ever. You go and you sit down and boom, stuff just walks through the woods. Of course it's gonna walk through the woods and make noise. What do you hear? Acorns being dropped? Things scurrying along the floor. You're like, was that a deer? Oh no, it was just a chipmunk or a squirrel or one of the thousands of birds that live in the woods. You know when you go hunting and you react to literally anything in the woods because you want to shoot that deer.
I try to keep an open mind, but if you go in expecting to hear something and you're looking for it, you might find it when it's actually not there.
So basically, the night is over, and it's getting too early because they've been out all night. So now they're probably going to go sleep for a little bit, and then they're going to drive up to this other place where they're going to meet with the locals. They do this in almost all of their episodes, as far as that I've seen. They've done them in all of them. But they're going to go up, and they're going to talk to the locals and be like, hey, have you seen Squatch? You seen Squatch? You seen Squatch? Tell us about that story. And basically what they do is they figure out which ones they think are the most credible, and they go and they check out each one of these little, you know, sightings.
As a team, the first place we wanted to go is where Janet had seen one cross the road.
Forget this girl. Forget this guy. Now we're talking.
The first thing I noticed about Jeff's footprint photographs is how crisp the toes were, which to me indicates that they were very, very fresh. The second thing I noticed was the width and most importantly, the lack of instep.
It was about the spot.
Right here?
Yes. We were walking in from this area, came up, saw the prints, and didn't really think much about it. He's out here.
I think we're looking at Sasquatch footprints.
It is a well-used trail, most definitely.
Yeah, there's horse prints and stuff all up and down here.
Hike tracks.
There's a dog there. Bicycle.
I'm just seeing hiking boots, bike tire there. What are you seeing over there, Cliff?
Let's see that, whatever that is. And sure enough, there they were, 2 fantastic Sasquatch footprints, even showing toes. We have a pretty thick heel, like there's no instep right here, and you know, these look like toes.
Planted.
So I just hit the lottery, is what you're telling me.
Yes,
Planted.
we hit the lottery, absolutely.
But we gotta call Moneymaker.
We gotta call Bobo too.
Yeah.
Put them on speakerphone, I wanna hear what they say.
Okay.
Hello? Hey, Renee, let me put you on speakerphone.
Howdy, what's up?
Go ahead and tell him.
Gentlemen, we have prints.
They found prints.
Can you see toes?
Yes, you can see toes. You found 2. Wow.
Cliff's got to be going out of his gourd right now just with excitement. Renee was saying she has no explanation because, yeah, then she has to admit they're real. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
We're on our way. I got to see this.
All right, bye.
We think we've found the best place to look for Bigfoots here. This is ground zero.
This is a perfect situation for us to use the rooftop thermal imagers.
We got 2 rooftops. We got handhelds. We need some people to run the handhelds.
Yeah, well, he's the one with the network.
That's right, and I know people everywhere.
So basically they drive around for who knows how long in the night until hopefully they get a hit. And it looks like they find a hit, so let's see what they got.
I see something. I definitely have a hit. Come over here and check this out. Oh my God.
George, I'm trying to find it on my thermal. Is it 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock? Where is it?
It's definitely 3 o'clock outside of the Delta car. It's fading though. You guys gotta come fast.
All right, hold on, I'll be right there.
I'm hopping out with a handheld therm.
Keep your eyes on it, Georgia.
I caught it briefly. I couldn't tell the size, if I was only seeing partial animal or what, but I caught it briefly.
Whatever it was, it snuck into the woods.
I'm gonna see if I can flush it out.
Get it, Bubs.
Bobo going after a black bear in the woods.
I don't know what it was. It's not gonna come back in view. We need to get the handhelds and come down in here and see what we can stir up. Let's suit up and hit it, you guys. Let's go.
We're gonna let the volunteers head back home. We're gonna get our backpacks on and head in on foot.
What do you think the chances are that they aren't able to catch up with it? Probably pretty high. Well, it's gone for sure now.
Sorry, man.
Did they ask if they just did a howl?
Did you guys just do a howl?
No, we did not do a howl.
Did you hear one?
Yeah.
Matt thinks he just heard a howl.
From what direction, please?
I couldn't tell which direction it was coming from. It was on the edge of hearing, but it was definitely there, and it was echoing through the valley.
Okay, copy that. Let us know what you think it is.
I definitely heard something out there.
You're not messing with me, are you, Matt?
No, I'm not.
I feel like they added that in post, that little noise, because he's like, oh, I think I heard it. And she didn't hear it, and she was right behind him, and the camera picked it up relatively clearly. So that kind of makes me think that it was just like added in on post. Again, that makes me not want to really believe in a Bigfoot.
It was like a man, like a big man going, "Whoa!" It was faintly echoing through the canyon. That's why I thought at first Bobo did it without announcing it.
I feel like if they ever came to PA and they heard it in the woods, just assume it's me doing my Seeking Squatch series. Woo!
We had a greater appreciation for what's going on in North Georgia with Sasquatches, and it was a good expedition for us.
Okay, so basically, that's the end of this episode of Finding Bigfoot in Georgia. Season 1, Episode 1. That's a really interesting concept, Bigfoot. It's mysterious, it's cool, but does it exist? Probably not. It's one of those things that, like, low-key, you want to be real, but high-key, it can't be real. But if you guys want more content like this, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this video so you can become part of the Entertainment Awaits family. We're a family. And make sure you share this video to all of your friends so they can enjoy what I think is going to be a funny video. This has been Entertainment Awaits. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Bye.